Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Hoping that we are very fine. And it's a new week. It's a new week. It is the second week. It is the second week of July. July, the second half of the year 2025. 2025. This is the second half of the year. 5 more months to end this year. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this afternoon's training. We are going to be talking about the Royal Q application. And basically today I'm talking about spot trading. And I want to welcome everyone. Leader Kainda Usama is here. Happy. Leader Dennis, Jewash, Ernest, Paul, Eunice, who else is here? Lamesh, and then myself. I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for being here on time. Thank you for being here on time. Hoping we are enjoying futures trading. Futures trading. Those ones who have made so far some money from futures trading, please put up a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up, and we see those ones who have enjoyed. Mine is also up. Mine is also up. Those ones who have so far enjoyed, I can see Pinky, Happy. Who else? Only 3 people. They are the ones who have so far enjoyed. Okay, even Grace has enjoyed. Then Jehoash is also witnessed that there is some money in futures trading, provided that you control 2 things. 1, stick to your strategy. Number 2, avoid greed. By so doing, please avoid using higher leverages, especially if you have smaller amounts of money. You find someone is having $10, but he wants to put 10x. That is very, very fatal. You will lose even the $10 that you are having, and then you will even regret why you are doing this business. So as you are trading futures, number 1, greed. Do your best to control it. Do your best to control it. If you have your $10 and they have made for you a 0.1, go with that contentedly. Go with that contentedly. Not saying that if I had put 20x, I would have made now $2. What? Please don't think that you are going to over squeeze the market. You are in the market to make money, but also those people who are giving you the booster capital are also in business. They also want to make money. So every time you enter a trade, there are 2 things that you should know, especially in futures trading. As you are making a loss, there is someone who is making a profit. And as you are making a profit, someone is making a loss. So which means the next time the one who made the loss wants now to make a profit. So you should know we are in a battle between losing and gaining and losing. That is the futures trading. But it is benefiting. That booster capital can as well push your earnings to a certain level. Though I have realized very many people now, so far they are making money, but again losing it. You make the money, then you lose it. You make the money, you lose your money. Someone starts with $10, then by the time it is $70, and then you want to change the strategy. You want to change the leverage. From the 5 that you have been using, now you want to go 15x. Then you will lose all the 70. So members, we should be very, very vigilant when it comes to that. So my name is Harriet. I am the one hosting you this afternoon. And in case you have any challenge, any problem, any concern, please put it in the chat room, in the chat box. I'll find it there. But today I am going to talk about the key things that you shouldn't miss out every time that you are setting a trade. Even if it is a spot trade, even if it is a futures trade, there are key things that you shouldn't forget out. Today, I'm going to talk about setting a spot trade. Setting a spot trade. What are the key things that you need to consider, or the key things that you have to put in mind? I have to share the screen and then we go. I'm seeing more people have come Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that everyone is aware that the class has started, I can now share my screen. I can now share my screen, and then we go to our lovely. I want to get my pen. It should be near me here. Good. And then we go to the Royal Q application. This thing looks nice when you just open it like this. Oh my God. It looks so nice. It looks so nice. This is how it looks like. I always tell people that every time you open, this is your office, okay? This is your office. It is your office. Every time you open, your friends always come here and look at the announcements. And the first thing you do every time you open this application, go to the announcements in order to see what are the latest announcements. The latest announcement that we are having, it was on 20th of June. So which means we don't have any new announcement. You can look at the new pairings, then the removal announcements. Some people miss the coins that are going to be delisted, and then by the time they get to know that their coins have been delisted and it is already gone. So it is always important to be checking in the announcements. Today I'm not looking at the announcements because they are new. There are not new announcements which are there. Are we there? Are you seeing my screen, ladies and gentlemen? Are you seeing my screen? Put for me a thumbs up if you are seeing my screen very well. Okay. If you can see David Gonda, how are you? Then now, if you are going to set a trade, you are going to set a trade. First and foremost, before you do any other thing, take time off to set your strategy. Take time off to set a strategy. Why do we always encourage you to set your strategy before going to put a trade in order to save time? Because if you don't set your strategy before, and then you want to put in all the settings as the signal is shared, remember the market does not wait for you to set. Sometimes the spot trade, the signals that we share, they are so quick. Either in spot or even in futures. The time will not wait for you. The market will not wait for you to set the trades, to put in the settings. So always take time to go and share and set your strategy according to your capital. According to your capital. Have it. Where do you set your strategy from? You come to mine. Okay? Always come to mine. When you come to mine, go to my strategy setting. In my strategy setting, you are going to put there what you want your capital to do. What you want your capital to do. What is this? This one is for futures. And differentiate your strategies. Differentiate them. Please indicate on them. Now, this one is for futures. Someone who is having $200. Okay. Now, if you want to add another new strategy, you can come and come to the plus to remarks here. They are saying it is optional, but in order for you not to mess up while you are setting a trade, put there, and then you say my $200, my 200 spot trade. Okay, such that you've been knowing when you come to your strategies, you know this one is for futures, this one is for spot trading. The next thing is divide your capital accordingly. Divide your capital accordingly, putting in mind that you have to cater for at least 40% drop because the market can do that. because the market can easily do that. You are having your $200. Go to your calculator and make some calculations. Go to your calculator and make some calculations. What do you want? 20% of my 200 is what? That is 40. Make sure that now your first buying amount can take 40. Okay? 20%, let it be for the first buying amount and then the first 4 margin calls. Then the rest 160, let it be the one which is for the margin calls. We see people who are having $200 and then someone puts $100 in the first buying amount, which is very bad. In your first buying amount, when you put there $100, so you have remained with only $100, how many margin calls are you going to take from here? And remember, the market drops so much. The market drops more than it goes up. Now, if almost 50% of your money was put in the first buying amount and then it goes down by 40%, which means you are there just waiting. That's why we have delayed so much in the trades. We put too much money in the first buying amount, in the first margin calls, which are considered one position. And then we put small amounts in the margin calls, yet they are the margin calls that can make for us money in the spot trading. That one I repeat. It is the margin calls that makes for us more money in the spot trading. While in the future, somehow it differs. In futures trading, you can put in a trade and it buys only 2 margin calls and then it goes out. While in spot, you can have a trade that can buy over 20 margin calls before it sells out. Okay? So make sure that your 20% of your $200 is what you are going to expose to the first buying amount. You can say, my first buying amount, I'm going to use $20. I'm going to use $20 for my first buying amount. Then I'm going to put my first margin call 10, second margin call 10, and then third, then also fourth, 10. What have I done? I've put 20, 10, first margin call, second, third, and fourth. So which means I'm going to have a total of $50, which is going to be in my first buying amount and my first 4 margin calls. And then which means 150, I'm going to account it for the margin calls going down. And another thing that I have to put in mind, I have to cater for a 40%. I have to cater for a 40%. With my $200, what am I going to do? I will ask myself, how many margin calls do I want? I want 20 margin calls. Divide by the $200, meaning, no. It is $200 divided by 20 margin calls. Each and every margin call, I'm going to be buying it using $10. Okay? 20 margin calls. Friends, I'm back. Where did I stop? When did the MTN also start being on and off? I never knew that. Where did I stop, friends who can still remember? I've just realized that I'd gone off. Someone is saying that I was on margin calls. Okay, let me continue. Sorry about that. It is MTN. The other time I used the Leica and then you told me I should leave Leica. Now I'm on MTN, but it is also playing games. It is also playing games. Where was I? I was here. I was saying, if you have your $200, tell yourself how many margin calls do you want? How many margin calls do you want? And then you say, I want 20 margin calls, which means if my $200 and I want 20 margin calls, I am going to have each and every margin call taking $10. Am I still on? Am I on? So which means every margin call is going to take $10. Or even if you want a margin call to take more money, then you can say you can reduce on the number of margin calls and say I'm going to use 15 margin calls, which means each and every margin call is going to take $13. Okay, it is going to take $13. If you go with 10 margin calls, it means each and every margin call is going to take $20. If you want maybe 7 margin calls, it means every margin call is going to take $28. Okay, hope that one is very fine. Now, having known how many margin calls that you want, the next thing to have in mind is the 40%. 40%. 40% of the 15 maybe margin calls that you are going, I want to have 40%. I'm going to get 40. I divide it by the 20 margin calls, which means each and every margin call is going to be bought at a drop of 12%. Every margin call is going to be bought at a drop of 2%. Every time the coin drops 2%, the robot buys. It drops by 2%, the robot buys. It drops by 2%, the robot buys. But I want to caution you, or I want to advise you that the first margin calls, the first buying amount, and the first 4 margin calls, make sure that for these ones they are bought so fast so that they get out of your way, because all this one is one position. Okay, so what you can do, you can say, for me, I always say that the first buying amount after it is bought, then every first margin call, I buy them at a drop of 0.5, that is 2%. Meaning, if I am to cater for a 38%, for a 40%, I am remaining with 38%. Now, these ones are 4 margin calls, meaning 16 margin calls are not yet bought. So I am going to divide the 38% in the 16 margin calls in order to get the call drop, which is going to be for the margin calls from number 5 up to number 20. Okay, have we understood that one? Okay, Happy says she has understood, and even Pinky. Make the first 4 margin calls near each other, such that they get bought fast, they get out. Okay, they get out, then you remain with the other margin calls, because the other ones, they are considered as one position, and if they are to be sold, they are sold all at once. Okay, then go and multiply. We have remained with the 38. We have taken away 2%. You remember, 2% has gone to first buy in amount and the first 4 margin calls. Now we are going to go for, we have remained with the 16 margin calls. Divide by 38. No. It is going to be 38, the percentage, divided by 16 margin calls. Meaning the call drop that you are going to put on the left-hand side of your trade settings, it is going to be 2.3. The first 4 margin calls, they are bought at 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Then the rest from 5, it is 2.3. By the time all the 20 margin calls are bought, it means the robot or the trade has, or that currency has gone down by 40%. So even if it drops to 60%, you'll be having a floating loss of 20, because the 40 was covered by the arrangement that you made, or by the money allocation that you gave to the robot. Have we understood that one, friends? Have we understood that one? Have we understood that one? I go to another thing. That is it. That is how you are going to divide your money. Then, having done that, we are going to go to our robot. We are going to go to our robot. Remember, we are setting our strategy, and our strategy, we said we have our 200. We said our first buying amount is going to be 20. Okay, our first buying amount is going to be 20. Then we have said we are going to have 20 margin calls. And then our take profit, most times it is 3.01. Then the buy-in call back, the take profit buy-in call back is 0.01. Then we go to margin configuration. This is where the magic is. This is where the magic is. When you master how to do the margin configuration very well, you are good to go. We have said our first 4 margin calls, we are going to buy them at 0.5 in order for them to get out of our way first. And then we go to see other, and these ones were for 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3%. At every drop of 2.3%, the robot buys. Every drop of 2.3, the robot buys and buys and buys and buys 2.3. I may not finish each and everything because we are chasing time. But when you get time, you can sit down and set your strategy very well. 2.3, 2.3, all through. Then we have said that in the multiple buying ratio, that is the amount of money you want the robot to buy with. Okay? We have said that we want to buy with the $10, and our first buying amount is $20, which means if we are to buy with the $10, it means that is 0.5. It means that one is 0.5, a half of the first buy-in amount. So the first 4 margin calls, we buy $10, and also even this way, because we said our money is a bit small, is a bit little, so we shall be putting 0.5 all through. The robot is going to be buying using $10, $10, $10 all through. I put 0.5. $0.5 because we want to buy with the $10. You can do that until when you reach there. until when you reach the 20th margin call. After doing that, you save. Having saved, you come to buy in callback. Buy in callback, that is the time the robot waits in order to buy a new margin call. Okay? And then I like it to be 0.2. Then the take profit. The take profit for me, I always, the weight should be 0.01. Then also there is distributed. If you are to set your trade in sub-bin mode real-time settlement, margin calls from the 5th to the 20th, they are going to be sold independently. The default percentage they are going to be sold at is 1.3. For me, I always change it and I put 2. That is me. You can even put 5, you can even put 7, you can even put 10. So the take profit that you have put, it's what the robot is going to follow. If you put 10, it will not sell those margin calls until they are 10%. If you put 1, it cannot sell until the percentage is 1. So I always change and I make it 2, and I make it 2 until the end 2. Then I can confirm. I'm not going to finish each and everything, and then I confirm. So having done that, how do I want my trade to be? Is it to be in one shot or in cycle? And say I want one shot. I change it to one shot. I click save. I have saved my strategy. I have my 2 strategies now. I have my strategy for futures and I have also my strategy for spot trade, such that when a signal is shared, I don't need to go back in order to put, to calculate, to minus, to add, to subtract, to multiply, to divide, and so on. I need to do the body mass before. I need to do the body mass before the signal is shared. Now, for those ones who are trading futures, in futures, the signals are so fast. In fact, when you find a 1 minute and it is gone, 1 minute is gone after they have sent the strategy, they have sent the signal. Please leave that trade, because the futures market is so fast. It moves faster than the spot trade. Though today I am talking about spot. In spot, we always say when you come and find the signals shared after, and then you come 5 minutes late, leave that signal, wait for another one. Wait, leave that signal to go, wait for a new signal, then you set a trade. Now, if a signal is shared, okay? If a signal is shared, for example, let's go to the group and see if we can have a trade which has been shared, which has been shared, which has been shared, which has been shared. Let me see. At 9:19, Leader Namayegazam said we should trade Ray. These are the key things that you have to note in a signal. 1, the currency to trade, the take profit, and when to enter. Because sometimes you'll see a signal which is telling you the exact price you should enter at. Though some signals are going to say entry point is current price. That is the price the currency is at, is when you should buy, meaning you buy immediately. So if I go to my Royal Q, I am going to come, and then I come to the home page. When I come to the home page, I am going to click on search. When I click on search, it means I want to search for the coin. If you have all the coins that you have ever traded, they are going to be here in favorites. So if what they have shared, it's not in your favorites, don't go, then go and click on all. Click on all. When you click on all, the search button, the search bar is going to come. That search bar. Go in that search bar and then put there the currency they have said. Ray. So I want to trade Ray. Okay. We are going to trade Ray. When I get the currency, the next thing is to go create a strategy. Create. After creating, go to create again. After clicking that, say, I understand. Now come to trade settings. When you come to trade settings, it is going to take you, there is a smart create and manually create. We have two strategies, or we have two settings. The strategies which were created, which are default settings by the default settings of the robot, they are in the smart create. Always go for manually create, because you have calculated according to the capital that you are having. Then, having gone to manually create, the next thing is choose a strategy. When you choose a strategy, it is going to take you to the other place where it is going to take you to the other place where we made our strategies. We have two so far. We have one for spot, and then we have another one for futures. So if you are going to do spot trading, then you take that strategy which is for spot trading. Click on it anyway. Are you people following? Are you people following? Okay, people are following. What you do, go to manually create, go and select. Oh, we have selected already. Since we have selected, change the strategy mode to whole warehouse, to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. The strategy that we set says that our first buying amount is going to be 20. But when you bring it, it starts with the default, the system amount. You put here 20. When you put 20, the rest of the settings are already there. We put them already. We set our strategy. So the next thing you have to do is to save. After saving, you confirm. After confirming, then you can click on the word activate, because you want the trade to start. You click on activate. So if you are ready to start the trade, then you click create. If you are not ready to do the trading, that trade, you don't click create. Now let me check on it. I am not going to start because this signal was shared in the morning, and according to its chart, it is now going down. Okay, according to its chart, it is now going down. It is now going down. Friends, are you following? Are you following? Are you following? Okay, it's good people are following. Now, let me try and see if I can get a trade. With the spot, for me, I always come to these ones. This coin, it started moving in the morning. And you see, even in the futures, is it performing? Even in the futures, it is doing its best. In the spot, it is doing its best. I always come to the first 12, first 15. I click on them and ask, what is Chess doing? It is going down. What is Alpine doing? You see Alpine? This is what it is doing. You see? It has pumped you. It has pumped you. I'm not going to go for it. Let me see Chess. Chess is there, not decided. I checked here. TIA is also dropping. I'm in spot. Yes. Alpine has gone. You can see it is still going. But don't enter it because you missed it. Don't ever chase a trade. Never and never chase a trade. Weba yakulese eba yakulese ng'ogyesonyiwa ng'olinda endala. Okay. Let me see banana. What is banana doing? Banana is not also decided. Let me see GHST. It has also gone up, but when I got here, it is saying 1 hour it is strong buy. 4 hours is also strong buy, and then 1 day is also 1 day is neutral. Is neutral. 1 day is neutral. I can leave that. Okay, what should I? Let me check on Lazio. This one is a coin for a sports club, for a football club. It is for a football club. You see, it is here. Lazio. I don't know who has tickled the what? The market. I just want to get a trade here, and I put it in as you are saying. As you are saying, I want a trade which is seated on. I want to get a trade which is seated on. Which is seated on a Bollinger Band. Oh, this one doesn't have volume. Okay, you can see volume is lacking. It is moving, but volume, Temuri, volume you can see. You can even see here. You see here, volume no. Enonya volume bambi terina. The last volume was for the sellers. It is looking for volume. I'm not going to bother. Let me see SCH. It is now dropping. How about Santos? It has gone up already. Pundix. Okay, I'm just going to pick at random. Just at random. Because what was Chess doing? Chess was there. Tia was there. TNS, Team No Sleep. Let me try Team No Sleep. Team No Sleep. Nedda mama. Are you still here, Banang? Where Muriwano? Now, Ibrahim, why are you laughing? Ibrahim, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, my dear? He is laughing. I want to get a trade. Okay, let me go to the worst performers. What is HFT doing? This day is a Gaba cent and coin. Mama lava. Look at it.
She off. Leader Harriet tekuli volume tetukuwulira. I think she's off. Are you off? Lifting and operating.
Hello. Oh, I don't have a village. I was born in Kampala. Even burials, I do them in Kampala. Eh. Eh? Eh. Uh-huh. Fishy? Uh-huh. A kilo? A kilo? Uh-huh.
Mr. Sula,
What?
what's happening?
Want it? You want the fish and the meat? Uh, I don't have money here. You send the money. For fish I can get, but this stupid man cannot give me meat. Kodwa I can pay because you cannot take Kodwa for 10. How much? That one I can get and I pay later. Mm.
Sorry, Baba. Sorry, Papa. Sorry.
So I bring fish and codro. Codro for 6. Yeah? A fish with too much fat. Meat or fish? Hey, does it, okay, okay. Okay. 4,000 or 6. Okay. Oh, you want to get the Hey. Roiro mukube. Oli kumawanga. Omanyi okubeera nga bakunoonyanga kamunye. Mulimu gwabwe bambi balubyanza abo nabo bonabona. Kamunye aba muli kusoyo.
omanyi kiri bukuntuka babeeteyo nga abasoma okumbe bali ku masimu.
Hello? Friends, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
But you people, why do you come to the meeting and you don't mute yourselves? Hee. Thank you, Leader Sam. Someone came to the meeting, ali mukatale, atunda byennyanja. I can't even remember where we were. Who can still remind us?
Tubadde ku kusetinga coin obadde oli mu kushakinga coin kugiteekamu how to set a coin, I think on Fusion.
Okay. Let me do that. But friends, let us always be vigilant. When you go to a public meeting, people are in the first thing you have to do is to mute your microphone, because first of all, where you are, there are people, you are in the market, you are in the bed, you are in the bathroom, you are in the bus, you are somewhere, there is a lot of happenings. And challenge, I am training, but I didn't have the right to mute anyone. So I don't know I don't know what even happened to my microphone. It just went off. I've kept on saying hello, and it was not going through. Ay, my God. This world, no balance. Hey. What was it? Now, am I loud and clear? Now you can get me, right? Okay. That fish man, he has disturbed us. I think that's why even my microphone went off. Okay. I had seen a certain currency here, and that was TNS. In fact, I'm not going to go for it because it is also now changing. It's I Let me just pick any trade, though I'm not going to trade it, okay? Let me just pick anything, though I'm not going to trade it, but just to show you. You open a trade, it is here, and then you just come to create. Come to create. Again, click on create because you are using a Martingale spot trade. Then say, don't remind me again, I understand. Then the next thing you go to trade settings, okay? Go to trade settings. Now, when you come to trade settings, make sure that you go to manually create. When you go to manually create, because you want to put in settings that can suit your capital, click manually create. When you come to manually create, now again you go to choose a strategy setting because you already did your settings. Now you come here and click on choose a strategy setting. I'm going to pick this one, which is for spot. This one is for futures, but I'm going to choose this one. And then after there, I just click anywhere. So which means all the settings that you set, they are in there, except the first buy-in amount. The first buy-in amount, we want $20. Put there 20. Then change the strategy mode to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Make sure that this AI margin call is off. Some people leave it on. Make sure that it is off. Then the next thing, save what you have brought. Save your settings. Then if you are ready to start the trade, you go and click on activate. If you are ready to start the trade, then you go and say create. And then after you have said create, the robot is going to buy. The robot is going to buy, and it has bought. It has bought with my $20. What I have bought, they are these things. Okay? These are the things that I have bought. I have put in my capital in this trade is $20. And $20 have given me 26 Porto. This Porto, this is for it is for a football club called, how do they call it? It is something Porto. Who can remind us what it is? Something Porto. Is it footballers, football lovers?
FC Porto.
FC?
Yes.
SC Porto. So that is their currency. That is their coin. It is that one. So my $20 have given me 26 Porto. I have invested $20. And there are things that I want you to look at. Right now, when you come down here, the robot is telling me that, if this one keeps on dropping up to the 0.5, you remember our 0.5, at this amount, at 0, if the current price drops and then it comes, for right now it is at 0.766. If it drops to 0.763, the robot will buy a new margin call. Though, if it goes up to 0.790, the robot will sell. So this one is for the price to buy a new margin call, and this one is a price to sell the trade. It will be time for taking the profit. And it is always telling you the status. The status right now is waiting for trigger, either for this or for this. Either way, it is waiting. And when one of these prices are hit, this one, the status will tell you that trigger price has been hit, waiting for call back. When the call back is also hit, that's when you will see it either buying or selling. Have we understood that one, friends? Have we understood that one? How to set a trade. Key things in setting a trade. Key things I have said. 1, your capital. Divide it well. Cater for a 40%. Number 2, your margin configuration. That's where the magic is. margin configuration. That's where the magic in the margin configuration, it is there. Then number 3, set your strategy before. Your strategy, set it before, such that when a signal is shared, you don't panic, you don't waste time while putting the settings or while calculating. You set your strategy before, such that when it is time for setting a trade, you just rush in there, set a trade, get out, and go do your other things. You don't waste time. Have we understood that one? Now, because I don't like this trade, I don't like it, and it has gone by 9%. I don't like it. I'm going to say sell. I'm going to sell at market price. I'm going to make a 0.136. That is the price I'm going to. And when I click here, I have sold manually. And when I click here on the, record transaction, you are going to, the robot is going to distance itself. It is going to say, I'm not the one who has sold. Okay, I'm not the one who has sold. So it is a manual. It is a manual sell. And that manual sell I have made, it has sold at a 0.58 and I have made a 0.1. If it was in futures, this profit that I have made, it would have been multiplied by the leverage that maybe I would have put. Okay, it would have been multiplied by the leverage that I would have put. Are we together? Are we together? Do we have any question about setting a trade? And then the key things I wanted today to share, the key things that someone should put in mind while setting a trade. Key things. Any question? Yes, David.
Yes, thank you so much. My only question is, it's about futures, and it's all about the leverage part. I do not understand it, and also liquidation. I don't understand them. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Now this afternoon, it's this sharing is not about futures, but let me just help you and then I respond. But about futures trading, it is at 8 p.m. today. Now, liquidation is, let me start with the liquidation. Liquidation is when you have a trade and it goes against you, negative 100%. If you don't have more money to put in, it means you have been liquidated. All your money has gone. That's what it means. Liquidation, it means you have made a total loss of the total capital you invested in that trade. That is a liquidation. So as you see it going negative 20, negative 50, negative 30, negative 80, the moment it hits negative 100, it means all your money has been eaten up. So that's when you are going to get that notification. Binance will give you a notification that your margin has been liquidated, and also Royal Q in the notifications in the newsroom, they will tell you that is liquidation, losing your money totally. While in spot trading, we don't lose money, we lose time, but in futures, you lose even the money. Question number 2 is about leverage. Leveraging your capital is when the exchanger helps and you enter into a contract with an exchanger to give you, for me, we call it booster capital. We call it a booster capital. That if you are trading with $20 and you tell them that I want you to multiply my $20 by 5. So that is, it means you have put the leverage of 5x. It means now you are going to be trading as if you are trading with $100. So the $90 are not yours. It is for the exchanger. No, the $80 is not yours. It is for the exchanger. You are only having $20. So, but when you are selling, the robot is going to be calculating the profits times 5, which means if you are in spot trading, you would be trading with only $20. And it would have given you a 0.2, I think, 0.2. But when you multiply it by 5, it will be at least $1 with your $20. That is the beauty about futures. You make bigger profits with a smaller amount of money, though it is risky. But even the risk, you can follow the guidelines that we give in order to look to cater for that risky management. 1, if you have small money, don't go for bigger leverage. And when you trade a certain currency, trade it once. When you get out, please don't go back. Please don't go back. Don't go for bigger percentages that I want to take 10%, I want to take a 50%. No, go for 1%. Get out, find another one, go for another, like that, and so on. Hope you have understood what liquidation and leverage are. Okay. Any other question? Any other question before I go away from here? Information about futures trading will be there at 8 p.m. Don't miss. Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. Don't miss at 8 p.m. today. I have no question. I have no more questions. I think we call it a day today. Someone is saying, is it okay to add just a distributed profit in the futures also? Yes, it is okay. It is okay, though the few trades I've had, the robot main doesn't buy more than 4 margin calls. So far, the experience I have, my observation, according to the few trades that I've had, I haven't had any trade that has bought more than 4 margin calls. It either doesn't buy or it buys a few. But if it buys more than 4, you can also adjust the distributed profit, take profit. Are we going to have a futures training tonight? Shaban, yes, it will be there at 8 p.m. It will be there. If no more questions, allow me to say, how can I get this video? It was not recorded, don't worry. We shall record the one in the evening. This one was not recorded. This one was not recorded. It was not recorded. So we shall record the one for 8 p.m. I want to wish you a nice week, friends. We are hoping for the best. I can see the market is smiling. We are hoping for too much. We are hoping for a lot in this July. Please stay tuned. Don't go away. If you don't have capital, please look out and add on your capital. Don't overchange your strategies. What you have planned to do, go for that. Greed to try to avoid. I know it is not simple to avoid, but do your best. Do your best. Do your best. Very many traders will lose just because of greed. And then it change. And it is greed that makes us change the goalposts. You wanted 2%, and then before you know, I think let me adjust. I put it to 5%, and then the trade moves up to 4.2%. Then it drops. So greed. Fight it. I'm also fighting it. Everyone is fighting it. No one doesn't fall a victim, but we fight it. Have a good day, nice week. Bye-bye.